So good morning, guys. So shall we start our session? Yes. So previous session, we discussed about the Django related basic concept from this. Okay, and one small project we did last session, sir. First of all, using Django, how we are going to execute on new project, how we are going to create project, and how we are going to create application, and how we are running. These points important mainly. Okay. So simply open the command prompt. First, you are going to install the Django, sir. You are going to install the Django module. So Django double equal to version number, whatever you want, you are going to install. Okay. After installing this Django module, then you are going to get Django-admin, Django-admin.py, like one Python file you are going to get in your Python location where you stored. In your Python location where you stored. Okay. So this is a Python framework related file, sir. After getting this file, then using this Django-admin, then we are going to create our project, demo project, whatever you want, sir. User defined names. Okay. So Django-admin start project. This is a fiction name followed by user defined name. Once you are creating this demo project, then so we need to redirect into that project location. This is normal folder location, sir. In D drive online Django batch 11am, one folder I created. Inside that I created one project. So this is acting like a root folder. It is acting like a root folder, a project related root folder, or else base folder. We are calling base directory where I am storing my project like this. Understand this one? Yeah. So next, you are redirecting into this demo project, sir. Inside this root folder, inside this demo folder, demo project. Now we are going to create our application. Python manage.py startup app name. Understand, friend? So up to this startup is fiction name followed by user defined name. You are going to take it up. Okay. Next, if you want to run the server, Python manage.py run server, and by default 8000 port number is there, sir. By default, if you are not giving also this port number, then you are working with 8000 only. That is a default behavior of Django framework. Django by default executing our server with 8000 port number. Understand? Later, if you want, you can use another port numbers. If you want, you can use another port numbers. For example, 9080 like this. Some port numbers we can use. When we are starting our development related programs, then slowly lot of port numbers we are going to use. Understand this one? So these all are basic scenarios, sir. These all are basic scenarios. Previous session only we discussed it. Are you getting this one? And after installing your Python, we are opening the command prompt. If you want to see Python is really installed or not, Python environment variables are setting properly or not. If you want to check, then open the command prompt, click the Python. Okay, then you are getting a triple greater than 0. Python prompt area, sir. This is nothing but Python prompt area. If you want to go back, then Control Z. Then you are coming to back. This is nothing but command prompt. Okay, so your Django is installed or not. If you want to check, then import your Django module. Import your Django module name, right? So if you are getting like this immediately Python prompt without getting any error, then your Django is installed successfully. Otherwise, you are going to get one error. For example, I'm writing some extra name. I'm writing. Okay, so Django is not available. That's why you're getting module not found error. No module named Django 2. Module not found error. Okay, so your Django is not installed successfully. Then when you are executing this line, you are going to get this statement, sir. Module not found error, and that is not installed successfully like this. You understand, sir? Remember, sir. And here also, which versions we used. If you want to see Python hyphen version, You are getting Python version Django related Django admin hyphen versions are. So you are getting Django, which version you are using. Understand, sir? So like this, a number of ways are there, sir. A number of variations are there to identify the versions, sir. Is it clear? So these things are. And I showed if Python is not installed successfully, environment variables, sir. Sorry, at the time of learning Python only, at the time of learning Python only, you are getting these all information. You are getting these all information, how we are checking these all things, sir. Okay, so when I'm typing this Python, okay, so if immediately you are getting like this means a Python variable setting successfully, otherwise you are going to get one error. Python internal or external command not provided like this. Python is not recognized an internal or external command like this. Then we need to set our Python interpreter location and our Python script folder location, nothing but pip command location. Our Python pip folder location and interpreter location we need to add inside our variable settings, environment variable settings. So if you want to provide environment variable setting, so first of all you can select here our computer, sir, our computer. Okay, so next click on properties, and then click on advanced settings, click on advanced settings. Then you are getting one window. Click on environment variables. Click on what? Environment variables. Then you are going to get user section variables and system variables you are getting. So inside user section variable, we are going to add one variable. This is things are variable and variable related value. Okay, key and value format. Key and value formats are. Key as variable, I mean key is nothing but variable, value is nothing but our required value are writing. So create one key as a path, nothing but simply we are calling variable. Create variable which name as path, and values we can give our Python interpreter location and pip location. Okay, so in my system already I added, so you can select here path, can check it, edit, expand this one. Yes. See, sir. So this is my Python software location. After installing our Python, we are going to get in this location our Python 3.7 version. Okay. So this is nothing but my Python interpreter location. Okay. So we are calling technically interpreter location. Nothing but interpreter is nothing but here python.exe, like one Python file is there, sir. This is our Python software file, main file. Okay, so in this 3.7 location, this interpreter Python exe file is there. So this file where available, that location we need to give. Understand, fine? And another one is up to script folder location you are going to give, script folder location. So this is available inside this 3.7. Internally one folder is this, internally folder. Okay, script folder. In this folder only our pip command is there, sir. PIP, pip Python installer package. So if you want to install any third-party modules using Python pip command inside your Python, then you are going to use pip command. Okay, so any Python related or Django related or any Python applications or Python language, Python frameworks related, anything. So if you want to install third-party modules, then we are going to use a pip command. Where this pip command is available, we need to give this location also to your environment variables. To your environment variables. Do you get this one? Remember, sir, these two locations. So in your system where your Python software is there, go to that location up to Python 3.7 or 3.8 or 3.7, 3.6, whatever you installed. Copy that location and up to script folder location also copy and paste here. Forget this one. Then you are able to work with the pip command and you are able to work with Python also using command prompt. Okay. So here after copy these all things how we are copying. Okay, in your local system C drive you are open and you are copying these all things. And here you can click on new. In this place you are going to be paste. In this place you are going to be pasting. Control V. Understand, son? Then you are going to click OK like this. Everything you are done back. Okay. So if it is already available, then you are going to add. If path variable not available already means you are going to click new. Then here you are going to get it. Variable name as a path, variable value you are going to give your Python location and the script folder location. Are you understand, one? So these all things require some knowledge. Otherwise, now Django we are going to install. Django we are going to be installed generally. So if you want to install Django, what is the command? Django installation purpose. What is the command means? Pip command only. Just now we did here. So using pip you are installing. So pip location, if you are not giving that script folder location, if you are not giving to environment variables, then we are unable to install this Django module using command prompt. That's why we need to give that one. Understand, one? So Django is also a third-party module. Then using pip command, we are installing this one, Django. After installing, how creating, how project, how creating application, how we are running, these all things. Previous session we did, sir. Okay. So today I'll take your mail, sir. Today I'll take your mail. Okay. Then I'll forward up to now what we discussing theoretically. Lot of theory we discussed, sir. Django history, futures, some PC program, what is project, what is application like this. These commands related, everything I will send to your mail. Okay, so like this day to day, what we discuss in our sessions, what we did projects practice, these all projects and theoretically test files, all things I'll send to your mail. Then when you are coming to next session, so before that you are going to read, you need to read. Then further sessions successfully you are going to be understanding. Are you getting this one, guys? And same time Python installation related. And if environment variables are not setting, how we are adding manually, these all things related. Screenshots I'll give you, sir. Screenshots, ready-made pictures I take in images. So those all images I'll send to you. According to those images, so you can install successfully. Up to here, clear? I hope you are understanding up to here. Okay. So now we are going to discuss. About the Django REST framework architecture, sir. Django REST framework architecture we are going to be discussed. Okay. Yeah. See, sir, here I'm going to, okay, I will use Windows to developing. Yeah, can see here. So this is our browser, sir. This is our browser. From the browser, whenever we are sending the request from the browser, whenever we are sending the request, then that request reaching to Django server, Okay. So this all structure we are going to discuss right now. So this is very, very important, sir, until our course completing. Okay, so using this browser, you are going to type URLs. You are going to type the URLs. So here I'm taking. So HTTP colon / okay, local host and some port numbers are some port number by default 8000 followed by some URL. For example, I'm taking FB / nothing but Facebook / okay. So this is my URL, Facebook URL, Gmail URL, YouTube URL, like a number of URLs are there. Assumption from the browser, whenever I'm sending the Facebook related URL, first that URL is going to reach my Django project. First that URL is going to reach what? My Django project, sir. You understand, one? So this is my Django project. So Django project. Yeah. So in this Django project, first we have Django urls.py. Django urls.py. After creating project and application name, what files we are getting? I told sir, what files we are getting? I told a lot of predefined files we are getting. Okay. urls.py, models.py, views.py, and templates.py, like a number of files you are getting, sir. So, for example, this is my urls.py. urls.py. Next, one more file which name as views.py. views.py files. Okay. So now you can see from the browser, whenever we are sending the URL from the browser, whenever we are sending the URL, first that URL is reaching to Django project urls.py, sir. First that URL is reaching to Django project urls.py. Okay. So here you are getting like this. So in this urls.py, multiple URLs we are going to be developing, multiple URLs by default. Okay. So by default, one admin/URL is there. Admin/URL is there. This is open the admin site. Admin site opening purpose. Django by default comes with admin site. Okay. So that admin site we are going to open because of admin URL. Okay. Next, I'm going to type here gm/ nothing but Gmail. I want to be open. What I'm going to open? Gmail view. Simply I'm writing views. Gmail view for opening the Gmail application. Next, I'm going to write simply YouTube. What is this one? YouTube / this is one URL, and I'm typing that one YouTube related view I want to be executed. Understands one? Next, when I'm typing FB/, FB, then I'm going to open the Facebook view. This is my views. Okay. So like this, a number of URLs we created. So assumption now views I'm going to create later. I will develop, sir, I will explain all the code. So def, actually all are small letters only. Yeah, def followed by my view name is what? Gmail view. Some required parameters you are writing. Okay. So your logics you are going to write. But whatever you want, you are writing. Wait, no problem. I'll take care of all these things. I will explain, sir. Okay. Next, another view is one more view. Def Gmail. What is the YouTube? YouTube view with the required logics. Yeah. So after that, now here we are going to develop what? Another view which name as Facebook view. This is our required view. So here we are going to write our required logic. Understand, fine? Okay, like this, a number of views we defined inside our views.py. Yes, sir. Okay. So remember, now I have one more file. Templates. I have one more file which name as what? Templates. Templates. This is like a folder, sir. Simply for understanding purpose, template folder I'm writing. In this template folder, all our HTMLs are there. So what HTML? Gmail.html is there. YouTube.html is there, and Facebook.html is there. Okay, like a number of HTMLs are there. Each HTML related output you are going to get, sir, after executing. and one more file which name as models, which name as models. I will explain, wait some time. Models dot py file simply. Okay, these files are there. Okay, first before discussing about these all files related, sir. So Django follows what architecture we need to discuss, sir. Django follows what architecture is important, sir. So Django follows MVT architecture. MVT architecture, sir. Django follows MVT architecture, where M stands for models. M stands for models. By using the models, database logics performing database logics we can do, sir. Okay, and V stands for views.py file, sir. Okay, M stands for models, V stands for views, and using these views, business logics we can be performing, sir. Business logics we can performing. What I want to do, what I don't want to do. I want to get all the cards. I want to create. I want to log in. I want to register like this. What you want to performing for your application purpose. This is all business logics we are calling. So business logics we can performing, and T stands for templates folders. T stands for templates. Using these templates, presentation logics we are going to write. Presentation logics we are going to be performing. You understand this one? So Django follows MVT architecture, where M stands for model, V stands for views, T stands for templates. By using models, we can handling the database logics. By using views, business logics we can handle. By using templates, presentation logics we can handle. By using templates, presentation logics we can handle. You understand this one? Okay. So if you are trying to develop, any one applications or real-time application, then so every application is required both the front-end part code, back-end part code, and database part code also. Okay. So this is one layer. This is another layer. When you are developing application, 3-layer architecture is required. Must be lot of times. Okay. This is another layer. So my last layer I'm telling, this is what my DB layer, database related. Okay. So database related means using what you are doing, models you are communicating, so using models. Okay. And here this is what backend code, nothing but business logics we are writing. Okay. So simply we are writing backend code here. Nothing but using the views, using what? Views. Using views we can develop. Okay. Next here, this is we are calling front end part. So simply by using the Django templates we are going to be developing Django templates. Understand this one? Okay. So here one user is there, sir. One user being there, one human being person is there. So that person interact with our front end, sir. Interact with our front end. Always human beings are interacted with the front ends only, not directly back end. Okay. So when this person sending a request to my front end code, users interacting with the front end only. Front end code interacting with the back end. Front end code interacting with the back end code. In this back end code, all business logics you are writing. For example, in my database, I have some records of data, sir. These all records data you want to get. Then that related backend logics you are performing. That's why your request is coming to database and getting data back, sir. Getting data back. Okay. Now our views sending this data to this template, to this template, database data sending to template. Using our template knowledge, we are displaying presentation beautiful. For example, table format, I want to display all the data. Then this data can understanding by the user. Can understanding by user. Are you understand fine? So if you are developing any application, both the front end, the back end, and the database knowledge is required. And Django follows what architecture? model views and template MVT architecture. Model views template architecture MVT. You guys understand this one? Okay. So 3-layer is required. 3 layers knowledge must be required if you are a Django developer. So here database related MySQL database we are going to use. I'll take care of that one. Backend code development purpose Django logics we are going to use using Python and Django. And front end related okay, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap like this presentation technologies, UI technologies we are going to use. Okay, so while developing our application, this front end front end related UI technologies related, I'll take care. I'll tell HTML rules, regulations, basic HTML code, how we are writing CSS rules and Bootstrap rules, how we are adding CSS to our presentation, how we are adding Bootstrap to our existing program. Like this, I'll take care of something. Okay, and backend code regularly we are doing database knowledge also. Using our backend code, we will interact. Understand? Okay, so this is about the Django files are majorly models.py file is there. In that models.py we are going to write all our business database logics. Views.py file is there. Inside that business code we are writing. Templates folder is there. Okay, these two are .py files are models.py, views.py. But templates is nothing but folder. Inside templates folder, we are going to create different HTMLs. The HTMLs in Django terminology, technically we are calling templates. Technically we are calling templates. Templates are nothing but HTMLs only in Django framework. Do you understand, one? Nice. Okay. Next. So our Django follows MVT architecture, but other programming languages follows the MVS architecture, MVC architecture. Sorry. So, for example, Java you can take. But you are taking Java and .NET you can take. .NET also. So follows. Java.NET follows MVC architecture. MVC architecture. Understand, one? MVC. So comparison between MVC and MVT architecture. Asking sir, some interviews, sir. Can you tell some example, explanation about MVC and MVT architecture? Differences between MVC and MVT architecture. Okay. So here MVC. M stands for models, V stands for views, C stands for controllers. C stands for what? Controllers. Are you understand this one? So using models, database logics only we are performing. Okay. So see, I'll tell all the things here. Yeah. So here M stands for what? Models. M stands for models. So using these models, we are going to performing what? Database logics only. Database logics only. And V stands for views only. Okay. V stands for views only. But using views, we are not performing the business logics in Java. Okay. In Java.NET, using views. Presentation logics we are going to performing. Presentation logics we are going to be performing. So C stands for controllers. Okay, controllers. So using controllers in Java.NET, business logics we are going to be performing. Are you understanding, sir? So by seeing this one, you will understand in the structure. So in Django, Java.NET, in any places, okay, model stands for M stands for models only. Using models or database logics, we are going to performing, no problem. In Django, V stands for views. We are going to performing the business logics. We are going to performing business logics. But in Java, V stands for views. Okay. So using views, we are going to performing what? Presentation logics. We are going to performing what? Presentation logics. Okay. So in Java, by using the controllers, we are performing the business logics. But here, using views, we are performing the business logics. And in Django, using templates, we are performing the presentation logics. But in Java, using views, performing the presentation logics. Okay, so this is the difference. Django related MVT architecture, where V stands for views, which maintaining the business logics. But in Java, C stands for controller. Controllers will handling the business logics. And in Django, T stands for template, which is maintaining the presentation logics. And in Java, V stands for views, which is maintaining the presentation logics. Do you understand one? Yes, sir. Difference, sir. Okay. So if anybody is asking MVT and MVC architecture, you need to explain it. In there, each file is what purpose, here which file is what purpose. And Java developers, if you are a Java developer, you are going to discuss about this structure, MVT structure, you are going to discuss more clearly, diagrammatically. We are Django developers, that's why we are going to discuss about MVT architecture diagrammatically. MVT architecture. Major files, models, views, templates. Okay. So when you are creating a project name and application name, by default 10 files are coming automatically. By default 10 files are coming up. Those all 10 files are interconnected to each other. Those all 10 files are interconnected to each other, each one having different meaning. Based on our meaning, we are going to developing remaining files. But these 3 files 100% required. These 3 files 100% required to developing the presentation, sir. Is it clear? Yes, sir. That's why I'm going to tell now models, views, URLs. After that, one more file is generally. This is architecture, MVT only. But regularly we are going to use URLs files, sir. URLs file. Okay. Instead, this URLs.py file, all our project related URLs we are going to develop. These URLs are mapping to views. Okay, each URL is having one view. So when we are sending one URL, that is executing one view, that view is performing some operation. Okay, like this. Our view interacting with templates to display the presentation. Our view interacted with models to get the database logics. Like this, all major rule is provided by views only. I'll tell that is in architecture. Okay. Okay. Now come to diagram. Come to diagrams. Yes. So now can see from the browser, whenever we are sending the request, so I'm taking here. This is from the browser. Whenever we are sending the request, that request first reaching to Django project URLs.py. Django project URLs.py. Then top to bottom checking, sir. After port number, what URL is there? Facebook. Okay. Before Facebook, what URL is there? Up to port number. Up to port number is common for all URLs, sir. Common for all URLs, sir. Okay. After port number, what URL is there? That is going to be executed. You understand, sir? So from the browser, whenever we are sending the request, first reaching to URLs.py, top to bottom checking. Is it admin or not? Checking. Not admin. Is it Gmail or not? Checking. Not matching. YouTube not matching. Facebook yes matching, sir. Facebook URL is matching. Okay. When our requested URL is matching, then corresponding to view name. This is a view name, sir. Corresponding to view name is going to be executed. What view you are writing here, that is going to be executed. Okay. So all views we are going to write inside the views.py file. Inside views.py file, we are going to create required views. I understand, sir? Okay. Now from the browser, whenever you are sending the request, so our request is matching with Facebook. Okay. Then I'm going to execute the Facebook view. So because of that, this Facebook view is available or not inside views.py, going to check all views available inside view. First view is checking not matching. Second view not matching. Third view matching. Third view is matching. Which view is matching? That view related logic is going to be executed. View related logic is going to be executed. Okay, so from the browser, whenever we are sending the request inside url.py, if any URL is matching, then correspondent view is going to be executing. Okay, so then our view sometimes interacted with models to managing the database. Okay, view interacting with the models. Here my models having database. My models and my Django is having database connections. Some data is there. Okay, so using models, we are communicating with the database and we are getting the data back response. This data we can send to view. Okay, simply views sometimes interact with models to managing the database. That is one flow. Views sometimes interact with templates, Facebook templates. Okay, to managing the presentation. Facebook view returns a response to browser. Or else sometimes Facebook returns a response to again view returns. Okay, now my view is executing response to browser, view to browser. That is one process. View to browser. Okay, our view is sometimes interactive with another view, sir. From one view to another view also we can jump. From one view to another view is also we can jump. Are you understand, Swan? That's okay. So simply here main points are whenever we are sending one request from the browser, then that request is reaching to project level urls.py. In this urls.py, if any URL is matching, then correspondent view is going to be executed. Okay. So that's why because of that our request is jumping to views.py. Inside views.py, if any requested view is executed, if any requested view is matching, then executing that one. Our view sometimes interact with models to managing the database. Our view sometimes interacting with the templates folder to managing the presentation. Our view interacted with another view. Our view interacting with another view to redirecting the output. Okay, one view related, this view related response we are going to give as an input to this view like this. From one view to another view, if you want to redirect your request, then we are going to use using views only possible. Okay, so simply can see, sir, my view interacted with the URL, view interacted with another view, view interacted with the template, view interacted with the models. Okay, so that's why view is the main rules and business logic. What you want to perform, I want to interact with the database, so models. I want to interact with the presentation, so templates. I want to interact with another view, then view to view. Like this, everything done because of views, business logics only, sir. Are you understand, sir? So from the browser, whenever we are sending the request, that request we are calling HTTP request. That request we are calling what? HTTP request. And whenever we are getting the response from the view, then that response we are calling HTTP response. HTTP request we are sending, HTTP response we are getting back. Is it clear? Yes, sir. Okay. So remember that one. This is a Django related architecture, sir. MVT architecture. So I'll share my PDF files also. I'll share my PDF files. In those PDF files, you are going to get more clearly. PDF files, the diagrams, you are going to get more clearly. So here my database is there. Simply DB. Some records are there. Is a number of records are there. So using more view, we are coming to interact with models. Okay, and models to database we are interacting again, and database to view getting a response, and view to and models to view. Database to models you are getting, models to view you are getting response, and sometimes interacting with the templates and we are getting a response back. This is the one flow. Okay, and sometimes our view interacted with another view and getting a response back. This is also possible. Okay, understand one? So this is the process. And our view, first of all, interacted with the URLs, mapping with URLs. And our view directly return a response to browser. Okay, like a number of flows are there, a number of flow diagrams are there. Are you understanding about this one? Okay. So now I'll tell this view is main parts are view take main part, view taking the main part. So about this view now we are going to be discussing. Okay. So I'll explain that one. And later about the models, about the templates, we will discuss. First, we will discuss about the views, basic points about the views. Okay. So view stands for what? Views concept. Views.py. Understand? So in Django, views nothing but views are nothing but Python functions. Views are nothing but like Python functions or Python classes. Okay. So views are nothing but Python functions or classes. Python functions or classes. Same. Okay. So Python function is doing what? Or Python class is doing what? Same behavior using the Django views we are going to do. Okay. Views are nothing but Python functions or classes. For example, Python functions if you are taking. So Python function is taking request, processing that request and generating the response. Okay. View taking request here in Django. Our view also taking request, processing that request, and generating the response. Finally, return that response to browser from where you are getting, there you are sending. Okay, so this is my views. What is this view program? So view is nothing but Python function. I said. So from the browser, if anybody is sending a request, if anybody is sending the request, then taking this request here view related logics we are performing. After executing view logics, finally response generated. That response sending to browser. Okay. So view taking a request, giving a response. This is the view behavior. Okay. So it is nothing but Python functions and classes. I told or classes. So in Django also we have two types of views. We have two types of views. One is function based views. Okay. Another one is class based views. Okay. So two types of views are function based views, class based views. Functions by using the def keyword we are writing. Classes by using the class keyword we are writing in Python. No sir. Same behavior in Django also. Using the def keyword we are writing, and class syntax by using the class keyword we are going to be writing. Are you getting this one? So in Django we have two types of views: function based views, class based views. First of all, a view is nothing but a Python function or class which is taking the request and processing that request and giving that response to browser or any other application. Are you guys understanding about this view? Okay, now views sometimes interacted with models. My view is interacted with models. Okay, you can see now here I write in center place. I'm writing my view. So view sometimes interacted with models to managing the database. Purpose models. View sometimes interacted with another views. Another views. Okay, and view sometimes interacted with templates. View sometimes interacted with templates. And view sometimes views regularly, not sometimes, regularly mapping with URLs. Okay, so here like this all structures going. So from the browser, for example, I'm taking from the browser. This is what my browser. From the browser, whenever I'm sending the request, Okay, so that is going to url.py. url.py is going to views.py. Views.py is going to models.py to communicating with the database. For example, here my database is this database with some logics are there. Are getting this one? And views interacted with the templates to do presentation purpose. View interacted with another views to read editing purpose, exchanging the data purpose. Okay, so this is the Django structure. You understand this one? Always views important. View is nothing but like a method. Which method you are executing, that method related logic executing and response coming. For example, from the browser login URL I'm sending login. Then login URL I'm developing here. Okay. Then inside views login view is there. So login view executing. Because of login view, login presentation I'm getting HTML. My login view is executing login HTML. Okay. Then you are going to login. At same time registration, another view, register view, logout related logout view. Okay. Password changing purpose, password changing view. Like a number of views we are going to write inside views.py, and for every view execution purpose we need to create a number of URLs. For every view related one URL we must be creating inside url.py. Otherwise you created one login views inside views but you did not create a URL, then we are unable to execute our login view. That's why for every view, one mapping URL must be required. Mapping URL must be required. Are you understand this section? Okay. So after executing Django project, always from the browser we are sending the request and we are getting the response. These things are really working or not, we are going to check. Browser to URLs, URL to views, views to models, or views to templates, or views to another view. Okay, so like this you are getting sir. Finally, our view returns response back. Our view returns response back. Okay, so like this way. Otherwise, directly our view only returns response. This is a one structure. Means the browser to URL, URL to view, view to up browser. This is one flow, and another flow is browser to URL, URL to views, views to templates, template directly giving response to my browser. This is the one flow. Okay. Otherwise, the views interacting with the model again giving data to views only. Okay, so our view directly can communicate to browser, or else our view changing our view redirecting to another view. That view is communicated with the browser, or else our view interacted with the templates. Our templates directly return to browser. Okay, like 3 ways you are getting, sir. Like 3 ways we are getting the response. Okay, so simply view to views to templates going purpose, views to template going purpose, we are going to use render method. We are going to use what? A render method. From view to templates, if you want to go, then we will use the render method. Okay, and view to another view, if you want to go, then we are going to use the redirect method. Okay, by using redirect method from one view to another view, we will connect. By using render method from one view to templates, we will connect, and view to browser, directly view to browser. If you want to communicate from view to browser, then we are going to use HTTP response method. HTTP response method. Understand this one? HTTP response method. So these 3 methods are fundamental methods are HTTP response method, redirect method, and render method. So guys, understand this one? So using HTTP response method, okay, using HTTP response method, we will connect from view to browser. Okay. Using render method, we will connect from views to templates. Using redirect method, we will connect from view to another view. Okay, so finally this view is generating some response. Okay, so this response if you want to send to template, then use render method. If you want to send this response to another view, then use redirect method. Or else directly from this view, if you want to send your response to browser, then use HTTP response method. Okay, so depending on our requirement or depending on our situation, we are going to use these methods. Sometimes I want to send directly view to browser, then HTTP response I'm going to use. Next, sometimes a view to another view. For example, register view, login view is there, sir. Register view, login view. First, this is the register view. First, I'm going to register. After successful registration, I'm redirecting to login view. This is a login view. Okay. After successfully login, then your login page gives a response to browser. Home page. After login, you are going inside. Like that situation we are using redirect. Okay. And you are executing one view, that a view executing one template. In that template, hello Django, you are writing simply. Then we are interacting with templates. Okay. From view to models interacting purpose, no method is there, sir. View to models interacting purpose, no method is there. Simply queries are there. ORM queries we are calling. We have separate session. That time I'll explain about that one. ORM, object relational mapping system. Object relational mapping. Okay. Which model, for every model related one table you are going to get, which table you want to communicate, these all things are using models we will represent. Are you guys understanding about this structure? Okay, so three methods: HTTP response, redirect, render. Okay, so now you can see, sir, about this one I'll show you one file view related you are going to get here. A view is a Python function which takes HTTP request as input and gives HTTP response as output. A view is responsible to write the business logic. Inside view only we are writing business logic. And by using def keyword or by using the class keyword, by using a def or by using def or class keyword to define the Django views, we can define the Django view simply. Okay. And view will interact with models to managing the database. View interact with the templates to managing the presentation. View also will interact with URLs, URLs file to give the mappings between URLs and the views. Okay, URL to view mapping purpose. View also interacting with URLs on the URLs file also. Okay, so remember, sir. And view supports different default functions. HTTP response method means okay, so it is used to send the response from view to browser, from view to browser. Then we are using HTTP response method. Render method to transfer the request from view to template. View to template, sir. View to template we are calling. We are using render method. View to template. View to browser. Okay, and next it is used to transfer the request from one view to another view. From one view to another view. Simply, this is the main point. One view to another view, we are going to use the redirect method. You guys understand, friend? So redirect method. Inside redirect method, we can take the view name, which view you want to go, or else URL you can use. These are things at the time of learning programs. I'll show you all practically. Okay, redirect top or view name you can give, or else view name related URL you can give. Okay, and Django supports two types of views. I told function based views, class based views. Function based views by using def keyword, class based views by using the class keyword. We can interact. You guys understand this one? Okay, I hope you are understanding about the Django architecture and the basic model related program, basic model. Okay, yeah. So now using this concept, using this basic model concept, we are going to execute one small program. Okay, we will create one small view and we will display one small message on browser. Then basic programming, how creating you are going to be understanding. Okay. Okay, sir. So using PyCharm also we can create Django projects. Forget about this is our senior batch purpose I created. So using PyCharm we can create, using command prompt also we can create. Okay. This first program using command prompt I will show you. Using command prompt I want to create our Django project. Already last session we created one project. Now again we are going to create one more project. Okay. So online Django batch 11 a.m. In this demo project one folder I created. Okay. So open your command, what is we are calling your drive location here. Click on here. Okay, location bar and click type CMD. Up to that location you are getting the command prompt. Otherwise, command prompt you can open cd like this. We need to change it. For example, command open. This is a default location. First of all, I want to go to D drive. Then D drive. Okay, cd change the directory. cd and what is my folder name? In D drive online Django batch. Online Django batch 11 a.m. This is our folder. Okay. So in this folder now we are going to create. This is the one way, sir. But simplest way, this is a way. Okay. Now here I'm going to create a one Django project. Can see. So how creating Django admin start project. Django admin start project followed by project name. Okay. So I'm going to take first project, whatever you want. First project. Yes, I created my project name. First project. Okay. So next, change the directory into first project. Okay. Now I'm inside first project. So in this first project, you are getting application name. Your first project manage.py. First project having 4 files default. Okay. So at the time of developing code, each file related behavior you are going to get. And this manage.py is responsible now onwards create the applications. Okay. Now here I'm going to create the application. So Python manage.py and then start app name. Okay. First underscore app. This is my application answer. Okay. So click it. Then you are going to get application name also here. Application name also here, sir. Okay. So now next what you are going to do? See, sir, Django is by default comes with default database SQLite3, where your SQLite3 is storing means. So this is my folder location. Inside that I created a so-and-so project, so-and-so application, manage.py is there. After running your project related server, so wherever your project is there, in that location only, parallel to your application name, project name, or else parallel to your manage.py, here you are going to get SQLite3, db.sqlite3. That is a database file. Okay. So that is along with the project only maintaining, along with project where you created, there only available. When you are going to get this database means after executing the server commands, run server command. See, Python manage.py. I'm going to run the server. Run server with a different code number 8800. See, after executing server, here you are going to get one Python database file db.sqlite3. This is nothing but database files, SQLite3 file. You understand this one? Where your database is maintaining default database means wherever we created our project, they only maintained inside our project root folder directory, or else where our manage.py is there parallel to that one, parallel location. Okay. Yes, sir. We created right now. Now I want to create some views, user defined views inside this views.py file, first program. Okay. So how we are writing means, sir, only project name, application name, creating purpose, you can use these all commands manually using command prompt. But coding development purpose, we need to use any one IDE. Okay, integrated development environment. Okay, so PyCharm, Sublime, Test, Atom, like a number of IDs are there, sir. What IDs are there? So many IDs, sir. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Okay, integrate. Sorry, this one. Okay, so integrate development environment. Integrate development environment. Okay. Next, we are using IDE's real-time for developing the applications within the less time with a better way. We are developing the applications using the IDEs. So IDEs are providing the lot of advantages. For example, code intelligence, boilerplate code. Okay, the code intelligence means when we are typing something, for example, Python. When I'm typing like this, automatically we are getting codes. So then it improves our application performance. Rapid development we can do using IDEs. Using IDEs in same place we can run the server. In same place we can run the server. We can debugging. We can providing the database and a group of files we can maintaining at a time. For example, if I want to open these files using any editor, editors nothing but like Notepad, Notepad plus like these things also we can do. Okay, but if I want to add some code inside views. Then first of all I need to come here in this location. I need to open this one. I will write some code. Later I want to add some code inside admin. Again I need to come to here. I need to open this one and I can write code. Next model, sir. That is every time. Okay, you need to come here, sir. So this is app level. I want to go project level. Then we are going to project level. I'm opening the settings file. Next I want to go app level immediately. Then again you are coming back. Go to app level. Opening the models. Like lot of burden is there, sir. But if you are using any real-time IDE, for example, say this one, sir. So your project name you are getting here, and your project application related files you are getting here, your project related files you are getting here, and the templates folder you are getting and manage.py file you are getting like all files you are maintaining in one place. Which file you want to open? For example, I want to open models. Just I'm going to click here. I will write code something. Next, I want to open URLs file here. I will click here. Immediately, I can write code. Next, the views file. I will click here. Then immediately, I will write code. Okay. Like this, development is very easy using the editors. Using the editors. You understand this one? Yes. Okay. So that's why I'm going to use one real-time IDE. So multiple IDEs are there, sir. PyCharm IDE is there. PyCharm IDE and Atom IDE, Sublime Text, Eclipse, NetBeans, Visual Studio Code. Okay, Microsoft people, .NET people using Visual Studio, Java side people using Eclipse and NetBeans majorly. We are using these all things. Okay, so PyCharm majorly PyCharm is purely developed for Python related applications, Python Django related application development purpose. Okay, so that's why I'm going to download this PyCharm and using this PyCharm. So as a Python developer, at the time of learning Python only, a lot of people are having awareness of this PyCharm. Okay. So simply, sir, I'm thinking you know about PyCharm. If you don't know, no problem. Open your Google Chrome. Download PyCharm. Download PyCharm. PyCharm download, sir. Okay. So you are going to get different locations. URLs. Anyone you can open. So you are going to get two buttons. Okay, so this is a directly professional version you are getting. So we are going to develop the downloading the professional version. So for example, we will open another one, JetBrains company. Yes, so actually this is the okay. So your company name, this ID company name is JetBrains.com PyCharm download. Okay, so when we are open this one, we are going to get like a two things. PyCharm professional version and community version. Community is for only pure Python development only, pure Python development purpose. Professional version is for web application development purpose. Usually developing the web applications, not single application. Web application means a group of files are here. File 1 is there, file 2 is there, file 3 is there. Okay, all files interlinked to each other, all files. So if you want to developing like this, HTML, JavaScript, SQL code, database related, all together we can handle by using the professional version. That's why we are going to download this one. We're going to download this one. Okay, and then we are going to install some. Just click on download button. One exe file is downloaded. Next, double click. Next, like this. Go. Then you are getting successfully. So at the time of installation, if you are getting any problem, just go with Google Sites. Okay, how to install the PyCharm professional version. Then people are giving step by step with directions. Okay, so installation is your responsibility, sir. You need to do that one. So at the time of installation, you are getting if any errors, then I'll solve that one. First, do yourself manually. Understand, fine? Okay. Professional version download. Don't do community version. Community is for only pure Python, not for web development. Okay. Remember that one. That point. Now, assumption I downloaded, I installed, and after installing, I need to be open. That one I need to be open. So after installation, you are going to get like this a PyCharm version. So just double click on this one, then you are going to get like this one file. Like this one file you are getting. Okay. Forget about these things. So here menus are there. Menus are there. Focus about these menus. You understand this one? Now Python already using my Django. I created one project. I want to open that project using this PyCharm. So if you want to open, first click on this file. Click on this file. Okay. After clicking this file, then here click on open. Click on open. If you want to create new project, Django project, you are going to click here, sir. How to creating using PyCharm, later session I will show you. But right now already existed. That is I want to open. So click on open, sir. Click on file. Click on open. When you are open, when you are clicking open, your system is opened. So select your location. Your existing project location can select. So in the D drive, somewhere Django online batch. Okay. So okay, online 11am batch. Inside here, first project we created, sir. First project. Am I right? So this is my demo project, and this is my first project. Select that one, and next click OK, sir. Click OK. So I'm going to click here. New button or this window, whatever you want, you can click. This window you are clicking means my old project. This project is closing, and a new project only opened. New window if I'm clicking, my old one is there and the new one is there, sir. Both two PyCharms available. Okay, that is the process. And after successfully installing all libraries, automatically installing. Okay, so here bottom the process is going, sir. Here bottom the process is going here. Okay, yeah, now completed. After completing, by default you are getting like this way, sir. Okay, so like this you are getting. Now here you are going to click expand button. Expand and application name, project name is there. Click application name, click project name, expand all files you are getting, sir. What files you are getting? Your application name followed by required files, sir. Your project name followed by required files you are getting, sir. Okay, and database by default, already we executed run server command, that's why you are getting, and manage.py you are getting. Templates folder you are not getting, sir. Templates folder you are not getting here. Understand, sir? So if you are creating your project name and application name using a command prompt, then templates folder is not created by default. Templates folder is not created by default here. Later we are going to create manually. Are you understand, fun? But if you are creating your project name and application name using PyCharm, then application name is coming, project name is coming, and manage.py file also coming, and templates folder also coming automatically. Templates folder also coming automatically. Okay, and this templates folder related some settings also there, sir. All default code coming if you are using PyCharm. That's why real time every time we are using the PyCharm for developing the applications, not command prompt. Okay, so command prompt you are using means lot of buttons are there on developers. That point remember, sir, right now. Okay, yes, sir. Now after creating like this, then first go to settings.py file. All our project related settings available here, sir. Okay, so n number of lines code is there, each one having one meaning, and these all things slowly we will discuss. Okay, so database by default SQLite 3 database is coming. So your database settings automatically provided for default database. No, I don't want to use this default database. I want to use MySQL or Oracle like this. Then later we will change this all lines code. Okay, right now default only I'm going to use. So don't disturb that one. So first what you are doing means come to your installed app section. Come to your installed app section. This is section, sir. These all are default applications by default developed by Django framework. By default developed by Django framework. Okay, so in demo session features I told, sir, Django by default comes with admin site, comes with the authentication site. Okay, and it is providing messages site like this. Lot of default applications provided, sir, automatically. Okay, don't disturb that one. And right now, what is our application name is first application, first app. So this is not coming here, sir. Our application also not coming here. So the applications which are available inside install app section, only these applications are going to be executed after executing this project, after running this project. Okay, so my application is not available here, sir. That's why we need to add our application name here manually. Are you understand, son? Yes, sir. So if you are using PyCharm, then our application name here coming automatically, sir. Automatically coming. We are not responsible to add, but you use the command prompt to creating project and application. That's why we need to give manually. Like a lot of problems are there, sir. If you are creating using command prompt your project name and application name. What is my project name? First app. Okay. So simply you need to do like that, no problem. First app. Are you getting this one? Okay. So now I added my application to installed app section. Later onwards, when I'm executing my server, my installed app section also executed. My installed app section related, these all files are there. These all files are going to be executed. Okay. First, I want to create one view. Okay. And to execute that view purpose, we require one URL. Here, see, for example, I'm not discussing with the view URLs, models, templates, these all things. Here, my target is browser to URL, URL to view. Only this is my target. Okay. Later, models, templates, these all things slowly we will discuss. So wait some time. Right now, I'm removing this one. Okay. So from the browser, whenever I'm sending URL, that URL is matching here. This URL related view name I'm writing. This view I'm going to create. Only one view, basic view I'm going to create. Okay. So first, at the time of developing code, sir, first create view. To execute this view purpose, create one URL here. When people are sending this URL, execute this view like this. We are keeping. Understand, one? So inside url.py, inside views.py, we are going to write logic. Okay. So inside views, render method is coming by default. I told you, using render method from view to template presentation, we can communicate. Okay. So that is a default method. Don't disturb that one. Now I want to create my views. Views by using def keyword, by using class keyword, we can develop. I told views by using def and class keyword we can develop. Okay, that's why first function based views I'm writing. Def followed by your function names are Python functions. Def keyword followed by function name followed by parentheses. Python syntax units are same like here also. That's why I told function based views nothing but Python functions. Class based views nothing but Python classes. Okay, so I'm going to take one view, sir. Home view I'm taking. Home view. Any name you can take. User defined name. Home view of request. This is a mandatory parameter, sir. One parameter mandatory we need to give. Okay. So def home view followed by request, and this is indentation column indicating indentation. Python developer basic rule this one, sir. Indentation. Okay. Yeah. Now here I want to create one message shortcut I'm writing. For example, okay, message equal to some message I want to write. In Python, strings how we are writing, sir? In between single quotes or in between double quotes. That's what I'm writing here. Okay. So welcome to Django views concept. Simply I'm writing, sir. Welcome to Django home page, whatever you want. Home page. Okay, this is inside. So in Python you are learning, sir, variable creation, sir. Variable name equal to variable value. What is this value? String type value. Python string handling. Okay, like this Python knowledge we are using here, but we are developing the Django related structure, Django structure related coding. Okay, guys. Now inside message variable, I have welcome to Django home page. Okay, now I want to send this message. I want to send this message to browser. See, sir, here. So view particular view is executing, and from this view, I can send. I will send my response to browser. View returns some response to browser. View to browser. I told you which method. HTTP response method, sir. View to browser. Which method? HTTP response method. So that is we need to import from Django. Sir, after installing Django framework, Django by default comes with a lot of modules, predefined modules. These all modules having predefined classes, predefined methods. Okay. So all Django related, any predefined code if you want to get, then from Django we are writing, sir. From Django, HTTP request we are sending, HTTP response we are getting. These all things available, sir, inside your Django. Okay. So modules, these all are modules. So HTTP request we are sending, HTTP response we are getting. That's why HTTP, this is our module. What is this one? HTTP. From Django.http. In this module we have HTTP response. So many methods are there, sir. Okay. HTTP response method is for return our response from view to browser. Okay, I imported my methods. Now I want to return. So by using return HTTP response method, okay, so this message you are going to be returned. Understand, fine? So this is my view, sir. From the browser, whenever you are sending the URL, this is executing. Then inside lines executing. So this message is storing inside message variable. Using this method, that message variable we send it. That's why this response is going to browser. Are you understand, friend? Okay. To execute this view, first of all, we need to create one URL. URLs where we are creating means inside urls.py. Views inside views.py. Remember, sir. So your URL file by default comes with this all lines codes. By default comes with this all lines code. So this is admin related imports or admin module. Okay. So by default admin site, Django is coming with admin site, I told. So admin site is a predefined application, sir, already developed application with a login button, logout button, and what is some tables displaying password forgetting, logout. Okay, like a lot of presentation developed. If you want to open that admin site, the person already created one URL admin slash. After running our server, you can use admin slash URL. then admin side you are going to get presentation. Okay, so this is the default one. We are not disturbing this one. And if you want to create URLs by using path method, we can create URLs. Okay, path method is available in Django.urls. Django.urls. Inside that URLs, using import statement, we are going to import the path. Okay, so why we are using import these all things in Django. In Python, you are getting using import keyword. We are going to import predefined modules or methods or classes. Okay, so no problem. You are getting now first day, sir. So how we are remembering this is available where by doing lot of programs practice, then slowly you are going to understanding. Okay, and also, sir, and also when you have free time, okay, I want to import path method. Where it is there? From Django.urls, import path like this. You need to do practice multiple times. When you are doing practice, then automatically you are remembering for a long time. Okay, so remember. Okay, now here I want to create one URL using the path method. So string formats are always URLs are nothing but a string format. String means using single quotes or using double quotes. That is your wish. So home URL I'm writing home slash. Slash is optional. That is your wish. General URLs always after quote number home slash Gmail slash Facebook slash like this you are typing. Okay, that's why home slash I given. When you are sending a home slash from the browser, I want to execute one view. That view name we need to use here. When people are sending Facebook view, that's why that view we need to give here. So my view is what here? Okay, home view. Okay, this home view is available. This home view is available where, sir? Home view is available inside views.py file. This views.py file is available where, sir? Okay, inside our application name. That's why we need to import from so and so application name. Import views from so and so application. Import views. Okay, later views dot this view name we can use. Otherwise, see, sir, how we are importing. I'm telling. From my application name is what? First underscore app. Okay, so directly then write import views. So this file is coming, sir. This file. So next time views dot you are going to write what inside URL. So views dot your home view. You are going to write this view name. Okay, this is the one way, sir. Otherwise, another way is you can write here from your application name first underscore app. It's containing views file. Okay, now import. Already this views file you imported, sir. Inside this views file only one view is there right now. That is what view? My home view. You are going to write like this. Anyone you can use it. Okay. But in our views.py file, if 20 views are there, view 1, view 2, view 3 like this, 20 views are there. So if you are writing this second statement, view 1, comma, view 2, comma, view 3, comma, view 4, comma, like this, all we need to import, which makes some burden. Okay, that's why views we are importing simply file, views file. Next onwards, views dot view 1, views dot view 2, views dot view 3. Like this we can use. Okay, so come to URLs file. Then I'm going to import from application name is what? First app. Import views. This is my file, sir. So right now you imported, but we are not using, sir. That's why this is getting light color, but these are getting thick colors. Okay. Now I'm going to use here. After URL home slash, okay, comma, your URL and your view name separated with comma, sir. Okay. So views file dot home view, and by default this is coming with parenthesis, sir. Coming with the parenthesis, simply escape symbol, escape button, click it up. Parenthesis gone. Okay. So later coming sessions I will tell why we are using that parenthesis, but right now not required the parenthesis. What it is one? Okay. So from the browser, when people are sending a home slash URL, then inside views, so and so view is going to be executed, sir. This view returns welcome to Django home page response to browser. Okay, remember, done my view and the URL. Next, what you are going to means we need to execute our server, sir. We need to execute our server. Already our program related server we executed previously. Okay, otherwise here only you can execute some. Here, so terminal is there, sir. Terminal window. Click on this terminal window. This is nothing but our Python command prompt only. Okay, up to our project location you are getting, sir. See, up to our project location. D drive online Django batch first project. Using command prompt also you are going to get same thing. See, already I executed here server. Okay, anything you can use, sir. Anything you can use. For example, I'm stopping server. See, same location you are getting. Understand, son? So anything you can use. Okay, right now I'm using Python manage.py run server command. Here you can execute, sir, no problem. Otherwise, using your PyCharm only you can execute. Okay, so here like this you are copy this URL and open your requested browser. Open your required browser. Now, for example, paste here. Okay, then all your existing URLs you are getting. In browser, in project level URL, admin slash and home slash URLs are there. Now I'm going to use home slash URLs. Okay, so this is what's our browser. From the browser, first it is reaching to whom? urls.py. Inside this urls.py, home slash like this one URL I created. Okay, this is matching. If it is matching home view, you are calling here. Okay, that's why we are going to home view. Here, views.py file. My view returns response to browser. Like this, you are getting closer. Okay, can see. I'm getting welcome to Django home page. Welcome to Django home page. This is my URL. Like this, after developing some application, more URLs we are going to develop for login URL, logout URL, registration URL, or getting all records from database one URL, create a new record into database one URL. Like this, our application related and number of URLs slowly we are going to develop. Is it clear? Guys, by default one URL is there, that is admin URL. Can see if I'm open admin URL using, then it returns our login page, default login page. Okay, we need to give one username, password. Right now you don't know about these all things admin related. So slowly later I'll take care which username, which password we are going to give. First of all, how creating username, password, these all things. So forget about admin related right now. Are you understand, fine? So this is our application related stuff. Okay, so using this command prompt, you executed. So if you want to stop the server, Control C, sir. Then your server is going to be stopping. Okay. Where is my browser? Yes, stop my server, sir. Control C. So using my PyCharm, I want to execute right now. Okay, for that also can say. So here how we are executing the same command you are writing. Python manage.py and then run server with a different port number I'm using, sir. 8854. Okay, no problem. Then you are getting URL. So this is clickable, sir. Previously using command from not clickable. You need to copy, you need to open browser, you need to paste there. But here simply we are going to click then automatically opens the browser. Simply we are going to type our URL. Okay, welcome to Django home page you are getting. Are you understand, fine? Okay, so today program you need to remember, sir, what is this program? Just a small view we did home page related. Next we will develop multiple institute related views. Okay, particular institute is providing what services. Okay, how to contact management. Like one institute related, what languages it is providing, what databases it is providing. Like a number of things we are going to be developing. Okay, this one, yeah, guys. Thank you. Next session we will meet tomorrow. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.